I'm Marin, and this is Post-its and Pens. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marin, and here you will find a little beauty, a little books, and a little teaching content. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around and join me in my little corner of YouTube. In today's video, I am going to do the end of year book tag, wherein you answer 6 questions about your reading plans for the remainder of the year and 2022. That's kind of crazy. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So I film on my phone, so instead I wrote the questions down old school on a piece of paper, so I'm going to be looking down to read them. Sorry about that, but let's go ahead and get into the book tag. Question number 1 wants to know, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? And I do have one book currently on my Goodreads on hold shelf, and that book is For the Wolf by Hannah Whitten. So I tried to read this one a few months ago, and I got like 100 pages in and I really wasn't feeling it. However, I've heard that a lot of other people really enjoyed it, so I put it on hold thinking that I would potentially get back to it. I still may do that, or I may just DNF it. We'll see. I have a couple of months to play around and see if I really want to read it or not. But if I do not read it by the end of 2021, I'm just going to call it a DNF and move on from it. I know a lot of people really liked it, but there was something about it that was not really gripping me and making me invested. And I think by 100 pages, you should kind of want to read more of the book, and I just kept putting it to the side and setting it down until I finally had to turn it back into the library. So we'll see. It is on my on hold shelf, but again, if I don't get to it by the end of 2021, I'm just going to go ahead and DNF. Okay, question number 2 wants to know, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? And I would say I have an autumnal TBR. So for the month of October, I chose spooky flavored books, if you will. So that kind of helps me transition into fall and winter. So that would be what I would say is kind of on my list to transition me. But if you are looking for a good book to help you transition, I would recommend The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. That book is gorgeous. It has all the fall vibes, and I probably will reread it at some point, although probably not this year. Okay, question number 3 wants to know, is there a new release you're still waiting for? And I believe this one has finally come out. I just don't have my copy yet, but it is the sequel to Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. So I have ordered it. It's just not here. So I would say that is one that I am still waiting on. Otherwise, no, I don't really have anything else that is like on my must-read list for the remainder of the year. Obviously, there could be something that other people start talking about that I might want to check out, but honestly, just the sequel to Aristotle and Dante is what I would say I am looking forward to reading and still waiting for. So, okay, question number 4 wants to know, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So I actually still have 6 books on my 21 books to read in 2021 list. So all 6 of those titles are on my TBR for before the end of the year because I want to finish all 21 of those. The next 3 up for me are probably going to be The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, just because I've heard that this one is wonderful and the sequel just came out. Another one is Far From You by Tess Sharp, which when this book was released like in 2012 or something like that, I think it was 2012, 2013, everyone raved about it, so I'm really looking forward to finally reading that one. And then I also am thinking that next month I might read The Archived by Victoria Schwab. So I would say those are the 3 that are up next for me. I'm thinking those would probably be on my November TBR, but we'll see. Like I said, I do actually have 6 books still that I am trying to read. If you're curious about the books that were on that list, I'll link that video up in the cards. Okay, question number 5 wants to know, is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? So obviously, yes, that is always a possibility. I don't have a book in mind necessarily that I'm thinking will for sure be 5 stars. Obviously, the books that I still need to read on my 21 books to read in 2021 list are on there because I felt like I would really enjoy them. So any of those have the potential to be the best book that I've read this year. But I would say right now, the best book that I read in 2021 is Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. So we'll see. There might be something that could bump that one down to the number 2 spot, but we will just have to wait and see how it goes. Okay, and the last question for this tag is, have you already started making reading plans for 2022? Yes, I'm a planner. I plan things out in advance, possibly too far in advance. I have been playing around with my list of books that I'm going to use for my 22 books to read in 2022 list. I've been kind of moving things on and off of that list. I have some set already on a shelf on Goodreads, but obviously that could change. I'm not set in stone on that as of yet. I still have a few months left. I also have been toying with the idea of doing themed reading vlogs for each month of next year. So I've kind of been brainstorming some ideas for themed vlogs and then titles that might fit under that theme, but it's all kind of still up in the air. I haven't necessarily decided for sure what I'm doing. I do know that I want to do some childhood favorite videos next year to kind of borrow Books and Lala's vlog idea that she's been doing, where she reads like she read when she was in 4th grade, 5th grade, 7th grade, etc. So I'm thinking about possibly doing some childhood favorite books. And I'm also thinking about maybe doing some kind of like colored vlogs, like reading all books that have white covers, reading all books that have pink covers. So I'm just toying around with those. I have been typing out some lists of things on my computer because, as I said, I am a planner, but nothing official has been decided as of yet. These are just things that I'm toying with, possibly doing next year, but I would say for sure I'm going to be making my 22 books to read in 2022 list, and then we'll just kind of go from there and see what else happens. And that was the end of the year book tag. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.